The last week has been a mixed bag of emotions. Seeing individuals that are my close friends that go to school with my kids lose literally everything, but then to see the charitable giving of our community and the heart, really, of the Tri-Center area, Neola, Persia, Minden, that we all just kind of came together because they are not only our neighbors, they're our families. And it's been, like I said, an emotion, and so, but at the end of the day, everybody's been here for each other. We've got, people with resources into safe housing and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it's been, we're thankful, we're thankful. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah, so New Visions has been a part of community conversations since this happened. We do have emergency resources. We also have a food truck, but to see the generosity of the community and how they stepped up. So New Visions is really in the long-term game of, finding housing, making sure that when somebody moves into housing, that they have the shower curtain, that they have the plunger, that they have those items. So we're using our resources for that, and then also we do have money for first month's rent deposits, so that they could get into a place for the time being until they're able to build back. Another thing is huge, we serve about 20,000 people through our food security programs, so we're planning to be back in Minden on Monday, so hopefully their water will be all back on. But something that we're hearing too is people lost everything in their refrigerator, everything in their freezer, so we're partnering with Tyson, so we're going to bring a whole truck of frozen meat, protein, meal kits, and stuff like that, so we could kind of help put back food, because some houses are still standing, we're able to be repaired, but again, they don't have anything in their refrigerator. And so we'll be here in Minden at 4 o'clock, and then we'll also be at Featherstone, which was hit hard in Council Bluffs. So talking to the school district, talking to families, again, a lot of those tenants were without power for a long time, so we'll be there at 4 o'clock with our food truck handing out frozen meat. So again, we're in it for the long game. We know that, people that are serving right now that are coming from out of town, Samaritan's Purses, the national response, they're going to go away. The volunteers that have taken weeks off to help clean up, they're going to go away. But we're seated in this community, so we'll be here for the long run. So that's what we did. This week was kind of hard. We worked with some families that were placed into hotels, but with Berkshire Hathaway this weekend, we had to find other hotels, because that's something timing is never perfect when it comes to disasters. And so that was a hard thing too, because we had some of them and they had to get out by Wednesday when Berkshire Hathaway came. So to find another hotel, working with a family from Minden, they're already all the way in Carter Lake at a Holiday Inn, so they have to bring in their families, and they weren't sure if they would be able to extend their stay with Berkshire Hathaway and stuff like that. So that's been something that wasn't foreseen, and that was a hard thing too, to find another hotel that they could still drive their kids into school, get to work, do all of these things. So generally, insurance will pay for about 45 days. I'm hearing middle of June, a lot of insurances will pay for hotels, and every house is different here. It's crazy because you'll see one house still standing and the next one that moved off its foundation, 3. And so there are some families we're working with as a community. It was pretty awesome. One of my neighbor, he owns a construction company, and within 4 hours he got men and put a roof back on. Now it just has to be shingled so that the family could start going back in. And so I think some families are probably going to just be displaced for up to a year. Some might be for 6 months. Some might never go back to the community. So it's just different for everyone.